Hello students, we're going to talk about functions, and you'll see this word a lot. They have these on the HiSET test, and if you understand what they are, they will not give you any trouble. A function, here's a definition: a special relation where one value depends on the other. So there again, if we know all the parts but one, we can find our missing piece, okay? Each input gives exactly one output, okay? So for whatever you put in there, you're going to get something out, okay? You're going to get one thing out. Functions often written as an equation. There's only one possible output for an input, okay? So let's say X is your input. So if you substitute a number for that input, you're going to get a certain number out for your output. And that's an equation. What you have on one side is going to balance what you have on the other side. It's going to equal. And functions a lot of time are used to model real life experiences. So sometimes you'll have word problems, which is what we're going to do some of. And they're just an experience, okay? It's just a word problem. It's just something that happens. It's just telling a story. And you're just solving for the missing piece. Okay, so here is an example. An employee is paid by the hour. She earns $9.50 for each hour she works. How much will she earn in 30 hours? Well, we know right off the bat. If she makes $9.50 for 1 hour, how much will she make for 30? $9.50 times 30 hours, right? Okay, but let's write it out as an equation because I want you to see how this works. Okay, so we're going to let H be the number of hours that she works. Okay, because it might be different than 30. Okay, let P be the amount that she is paid for however many hours she works. So here's our equation. P, the amount she is paid, is equal to the amount she earns times the number of hours that she works. Okay, so we know that in this question it tells us that she's worked 30 hours. So we will substitute 30 hours for the H in that equation. And it's the same thing we just did. $9.50 times 30 tells us that she will get paid $285. That will be her amount. Okay, let's look at another one. See how simple these are. Renting a video arcade for a birthday party cost $200 plus $8 per guest. How much will a party cost if there are 13 guests? Okay, so they have a $200 flat fee. You've got to pay that no matter how many people show up. So we're going to set up the equation. You can use any variables, letters of the alphabet that you so choose. So let's let G be the number of guests, and let's let C be the total cost of the party. So the total cost of the party will be equal to the flat fee of $200 plus $8 per guest. G, we could put any number there that we so choose. This problem tells us there are 13 guests, so we will substitute 13 for G, and we'll have it right here. C equals 200 plus $8 times 13. Okay, now we have to remember when we're solving equations or simplifying expressions to follow our order of operations. We will do our parentheses and exponents first, which we have none in here. Next, go back to the beginning. Next, we multiply and divide, whichever comes first. If multiplying comes before division, we multiply and then we divide. But if division comes before multiplying, we divide, then multiply. Back to the beginning. Next, we do our adding and subtracting. If adding comes first, we add and then we subtract. But if subtraction comes first, we subtract, then we add. Multiplying and dividing are interchangeable. Adding and subtracting are interchangeable. Okay, so in this equation, multiplying, we've got to multiply before we can do anything else. So let's do that. 8 times 13, and you guys know how to put this into your calculator. 8 times 13, enter, and we get 104. So the cost of the party equals $200 flat fee plus $104 for 13 people. Okay, now we finish it up by adding these two numbers together. So the cost of the party will be $200 plus $104 for $304 for the final cost on the party. So see, those are not so difficult. It's just setting it up, maybe even having to choose which equation would answer that question. And if we get something like that, which equation would answer it? Oh, we could look right here. It may look like this one. $200 flat fee plus $8 per person, depending on how many people there are. Okay? You can pick out the correct one, see what makes sense. Okay, I will be back with question 1 and the functions in our next video.